Hi, good evening. It's Rob from Tetrakey again on episode number 42 of 260 Tetrakey TV episodes in 2017. Our mission to give you as much as possible. It is 9 p.m. now in South Africa, and all of us for Tetrakey are still at work. Angelique is still sat next door. She's piecing together the final bits of the graphic design and other things for our new book. It's titled Accelerating Your Business Performance, and Mark has just joined us, but up until about 2 minutes ago he was on FaceTime with me and he was going through the changes in the book, because we have been working flat out now for weeks to get this out. We promised it would be out on the 1st of March, and come hell or high water, in the next 3 hours it's going to be out, it's going to be live, and it's going to be there for you. If you're somebody who's already downloaded the book we wrote at the start of this year, the Profitable You to Unstoppable Success, in the next 8 hours you will get an email giving you the option to go and engage with this new book. It's 15,000 plus words, it's 25 chapters, and at the end of each chapter is an accelerator to ensure that you can take what we've given you in terms of knowledge and put it into practice in your career, your life, or your business, to ensure that you actually get a good return on investment from this. And that's unique. You won't find hardly any other books like this on the face of the earth that's giving you the option to actually go and execute and go and do what it is that you're learning. So we're all busy, and tonight I want to talk to you, before I go back to my laptop and carry on with the book stuff, and probably 2 hours on Infusionsoft. Tonight's title I want to talk to you about is the benefits of losing why. I firmly believe that with the information I'm going to give you tonight, the communication you have with people going forwards is going to be profoundly different. So all businesses rely on one fundamental thing, and that's a human being, to get stuff done. And the more we can understand about human beings and remove communication blocks, the better. And that's what we're going to look at this evening. So hi Sophia, nice to see you online with us this evening. And if we could, while we're watching this, please click share and click like, and ask any questions or leave any comments. That would be brilliant as well. We measure our success on the number of likes we get, the number of shares we get, and the number of comments we get, and not necessarily in that order. So please click share, please click like, and if you see us on YouTube, subscribe and give us a big thumbs up. If you're on Instagram now, double click on the video or click on the heart like that or something like that, and that'll put a smile on our face as well. So here we go, the benefit of losing why. There's been a huge amount of talk recently around why and values, and that's not necessarily where I'm going to go to tonight. What I want to talk to you about is the concept of people having pre-rehearsed scripts to certain questions. And so often we may well ask a customer a why question. So why did you decide not to purchase from me? And here's the thing, for almost every why question that you get asked, you as a human being have an answer, like a pre-rehearsed scripted answer. So if I was to ask you, why are you watching me tonight? You will have a pre-rehearsed scripted answer. And here's the thing is, I will get part of what I want to hear, but I'm not going to get everything, because the problem is with the pre-rehearsed scripted stuff is we practice it, so that the person who hears it hears what they want to, hears what we think they want to hear, which might not be actually what I would want to hear. The other thing is we filter it through a whole series of social norms to ensure that it is socially acceptable, that it portrays us in the light in which we wish to be portrayed. All those other things, and you could probably go and list those on for yourself, couldn't you? And the person who asked the question doesn't necessarily get the 100% piece of feedback that it is that they're looking for through asking a why question. And have you ever asked a child a why question after they've done something wrong, and they just go, because it happened? And other people I've asked why questions to have said, because it has, because it happens, it is what it is. And they've kind of fobbed off and really dodged the why question. That puts us in a position where we need to go back and re-ask the why question, and creates a little bit of animosity between us as we dig for this answer. So what could we use instead of why? My favourite question to ask is, for what purpose did you decide to do ... or did you not purchase, or did you purchase, or whatever it may be? For what purpose? The other version of that, depending upon what it is that you're looking for, is for what positive purpose? And you see, those questions, when you think about it, really are why. But here's the thing with those questions. You haven't been asked that question, for what purpose, very often in your life, right? And so you don't have a scripted answer to that question right off the bat. You're actually going to have to go and dig in your head for an answer. And then, because of the pressure of somebody being in front of you and asking that question to you, you're actually going to give a slightly different, or a different variation of the answer that normally you would have given with the why question. Now, what does that do for you? Well, it portrays you to be really congruent as the person responding. But if you are asking that question, it actually gives you more of the truth, or the in-depth of the answer that you're looking for. So the benefit of losing why in our life is that we get to go and ask people questions where they don't have pre-rehearsed answers. In fact, I'm a big fan of asking people really awkward questions. You know, the sort of questions that you've been asked where you feel like you've been punched on the nose, and you kind of like, and you have to ask them, sorry, what did you say again? And in that process, it's forcing us to go further into depth into our thoughts, into our feelings, into how we measure things, and give an answer that is greater than had we just been asked why. If I was to chuck another benefit for losing why out there, it would be the fact that we seem to spend in business a lot of time, or in some businesses, a lot of time thinking about values and why and whatever else. And I wonder if we spend too much time on occasions, as opposed to thinking about the how of getting stuff done. I've consulted and coached in a huge number of businesses, and the businesses who get less done, less executed, less achieved, always seem to be the businesses that keep changing their structure, changing their strategy, and developing their why and their values again, without realizing that it's the how of getting stuff done that really is being missed. So build your why once, build your values once, and then lose it until you've got the how of delivery sorted. And once how is working to 100% or near enough 100%, of course, revisit why, revisit values. And so my challenge for you is to accelerate your communication with other people going forwards by holding yourself accountable to losing the why over the next 7 days. To challenge yourself to use the for what purpose question, or the for what highest positive purpose question. And what I want you to do is track the responses that you get, maybe make a little note, and just notice how much more in-depth answers you get from people when they actually have to ask a real question or answer a real question. My top tip is, somebody may well say, what did you just say? You do not have to justify the question, you just need to simply, slowly repeat the question so that they can answer it, so you can get the best possible return on investment from the questions that you ask. And so that's it. Engage with the Selling Success Program at the top of our newsfeed. The new book will be coming out to you. All of those who downloaded the first one we released in January will be coming out to you in the next 8 hours. And for the rest of you, the new book will be available in 2 weeks' time. Remember a Get Coached, tetrakey.com/get coached, where we're going to give you the chance to be a business owner or an executive who gets coached by Mark Hopkins and myself for free for 3 months as a part of our Fly on the Wall YouTube documentary called Get Coached. You will have the opportunity to not only get 3 months of free business coaching or career coaching, you will also get the opportunity to get either yourself or your business profiled in front of our global online community, so it is free marketing for you at the same time. So that's it from me this evening. I'm going to head back to my MacBook Pro and Infusionsoft so I can get this book up and out. And I wish you all a wonderful 24 hours further. I'll see you in 24 hours time, and I just look forward to following you and seeing you stay awesome. So stay awesome. Have a great one.